I'd like to bring up the man that told the Bow River to get the heck out of this city. Please give it up for Nenshi.
Thanks, Victoria. You know, when we started Chinook Blast, I wanted to see thousands of people on Municipal Plaza and Olympic Plaza in the middle of February, in the middle of the winter. I'm sorry this is what it took. Because let me tell you, I don't want to be here today. There's almost anywhere else I'd rather be. I'm supposed to be having a birthday lunch with some friends today. Oh, thank you. That's not my point. I do not want to have a birthday. Well, it would be okay. But for the last 2 weeks or so, since I heard the news that we would be hearing a policy on parental rights coming from the provincial government, I have had a knot in my gut, in the pit of my stomach. And on Wednesday, when I saw that video posted, my hands were shaking when I went to hit play. And for a moment, I heard that soft music and that soft lighting and that soft focus and those soft words. And when Premier Smith said as her first sentence, "We must love and include trans people," for a moment, I let myself exhale. For a moment, I said, maybe we're going to be okay. For a moment, I remembered that promise that I made to that kid in Henry Wisewood High School last year who asked me if they had to be scared about living in Alberta. And I remember saying to them, Danielle Smith is many, many things. She is not a hater. I remember saying to them, she has a non-binary family member. I remember saying to them, you're going to be safe here. I hate that I was wrong. I hate that what we heard for 7 minutes was cruelty. What we heard for 7 minutes was lies. What we heard for 7 minutes was inhumane. What we heard for 7 minutes was un-Albertan. And the most chilling moment was when she said, for that rare handful of parents who will not accept or abuse their trans children, we will enforce child protection laws. Let me tell you what that means. What that means is we'll deal with you later. Later, after you've been beaten up. Later, after you've been kicked out of your house. Later, after you've been murdered. Later, after you've self-harmed. Later, after you've died by suicide. Later is not good enough. We protect everyone, we protect every kid, and we protect them right now. I wish you could see what I see right now. I see a bunch of people, many of whom have the exact same look on their face. So to Nancy and to Pam and to the people who started this fight so many years ago, in the times where in the first Pride Parade people wore masks because they didn't want people to know they were there. And the look on their face says, why do we have to do this again? But I want all of you to know, trans kids, every kid, every one of you, I want all of you to know that around you right now, you are surrounded by allies, you are surrounded by love. And it's not just here. It's not just here in this chilly plaza that we are surrounded by that. And boy, did I ever dress appropriately. You're surrounded in your classrooms.
Yeah, you are.
You're surrounded in your communities. You're surrounded on your sports teams. You are surrounded by people who love you, by people who want the best for you, by people who want you to live your authentic, real, dignified life. And you and us, we have voices and we have power. And I want to highlight one thing. I want to tell you that the single most powerful, loving ally for trans people that I've ever met is standing right in front of me. And the good news is her office is right there. And I know she will do every single thing she will do to make sure that this city is safe and a loving place. So Mayor Gondek, thank you for being here. And I hope you haven't redecorated the office too much. But in addition to that love, I need to tell you something else. We are going to win. But it's going to be hard. I know we're exhausted. I know we thought the fight was won. But remember, it was only 11 years ago that I was the first mayor to be in a pride parade. And what we have won, it is easy for us to lose. So no matter how tired you are, no matter how much we've been through these last few very difficult years, I need to tell you now, we have to keep fighting. So what does that mean? To the trans youth and to the young people who are allies today, I'm going to tell you a few things that we need you to do. We need you to use your voices. We need to hear your stories. I want to tell you that I know people on all parts of politics, and I know a lot of UCP MLAs who are good, decent human beings, who are public servants, who want to do what's best. They need to hear from you. So every single one of you, I want you to call your MLA's office on Monday morning. I want you to ask for 5 minutes to talk to your MLA on the phone or in person. Okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to call. Okay? You can write a letter if you like, but I want you to call. I want you to ask for 5 minutes. They'll give you 5 minutes. And in that 5 minutes, I want you to open your heart and talk about what this really means. Talk about the people you know who've been hurt, but also talk about the people you know who've been helped, the people you know who've been affirmed by great organizations like Skipping Stone. I want them to hear that. I want them to understand what they're dealing with here. Because the lies and the misinformation can only be dealt with by the truth. And your truth matters. Our truth matters. So we got to get loud. We got to stay proud. But we have to understand that this is a real fight. And so to you, Premier Smith, I've known you for 30 years. You're better than this. You need to be better than this. And I don't care about your cynical polling. I don't care you saying that most Albertans are on my side, because that's not what minority rights are about. Premier Smith, I want you to understand that votes aren't worth a few dead kids. I want you to understand your responsibility to all Albertans. And I want you to understand that we will continue to fight and we will always win. We will fight! We will win! 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 Thank you all for being here.
One more time for here.